Hey guys, this is Matthew with Disarm Harm. I'm going to be going over a quick video on intelligence, your research back resource, and how you guys can improve it. So intelligence is actually made up of a variety of things, and I'm going to use this picture as a reference because you guys are probably thinking, what the hell am I looking at? Intelligence is made up of a variety of things. Mainly, they're called psychometrics, and each one of these psychometrics is something that can be tested in terms of tasks to give to an individual. And when we get a score from these things, what ultimately ends up occurring is you end up getting this score, and then it forms what's called G. Now, G is basically a general level of intelligence that's more formally known as IQ. But G is basically your generalized intelligence. So this is a really good place to start with intelligence because intelligence also isn't quite what you think. Intelligence is, like I said, a multi-factor combination of the tests that through what they call factor analysis make up G or general intelligence. Again, this is research, guys, so you got Reader down there, 2011. I've got a really cool friend. He's actually pretty sweet. This guy picks up hobbies like it's nobody's business. I mean, the guy has picked up, I've watched him build guitars, I've watched him make pipes, I've watched him play guitar, I've watched him, there's like, the guy has honestly 80 different hobbies. You lose track and he cycles around. The guy does video games and like just crazy stuff that it's really cool. But the unique thing about him is that when he ends up picking up a hobby, he's good at it like that. He's just got it. He's good to go. That is a guy that I would say has a high level of G. The thing about G is that when we end up looking at the intelligence factor, G can influence all of these other factors that give him the visual spatial awareness to be able to build guitars, the processing speed in order to be able to understand the schematics behind something like that, and then moving all of that into something else completely. Have you guys ever met anybody that has just that insane level of skill in just everything that they do? These are usually people that are said to have high levels of G. Now, there is another theory of intelligence, and it's Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, and he argued that there are 8 intelligences: logical, mathematical, linguistic, spatial, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, so basically the ability to communicate well with others, or more of a philosophical, the ability to know yourself, and then naturalist intelligence, which is kind of like a street smart, so the ability to be effective in all kinds of situations there. And then there's yet another theory of intelligence, and that is fluid and crystallized intelligence, which is fluid intelligence, your ability to deal with novel problems, the intelligence you have without well-practiced routines. So this is just the intelligence you have going into a situation raw, like a debate, for example, and you've just got a whole bunch of information, but you have a high level of fluid intelligence, so you can really quickly come up with different conversations and different ways to come at the discussion, to come at the argument, and really work within that, even if your opponent surprises you. And then there's crystallized intelligence, which involves your acquired knowledge, including verbal and repetitive skills. So somebody with a lot of crystallized intelligence is somebody that's really practiced a lot of what they've learned, really understood what they've done, and really followed through with everything they've done. So really then the question is, what the hell is intelligence? Right? If I've given you all of these theories, what is intelligence? And the answer might surprise you. No one really knows. G is not something that we can actually give a name to. Intelligence is not something we can actually just give a name. Intelligence is a word to describe a complex series of structures, factor analyzed into a single number in a cohesive unit known as G or IQ, and we have no idea. It could be processing speed, it could be fluid and crystallized intelligence, it could be G, it could be multiple intelligences. There's problems with all of these theories. But what you can do is you can improve G. We've noticed that G exists. Okay, we could see G on Brave Waves. You understand what's going on with G. But there are skills in games that require the use of working and short-term memory that have been actually shown to improve G. These include crossword puzzles, chess, jigsaw puzzles, Sudoku, basically games that require multitasking. And for people in my generation that grew up on video games, I want you to know something. If you're raising kids, video games require working memory. So research has demonstrated that video games in childhood improve working memory. Guys, you would be doing me a huge favor if you went and liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell below. Share this information with somebody you think who would find it useful. And like everything that I'm going to be doing moving forward, Don't take my word for it. Here's the research. Pause this video right here. Here are the resources. You could take a look. You can go find these yourself. These are open source journals, which means they're given away at no charge. You can look them up yourself. Go do it. Have fun. Go to Google Scholar. Type in the titles of these. Check them out. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.